Well, James Curran is joining us here. We're up at Mount Murray, and there's a big event, of course, the Energy Sustainability Centre are very much involved in this. You have been obviously putting proposals to the Ghana government for some time. The big finish you're over the finish line, I think. Tell us what exactly is coming our way now with your proposals.
Yeah, well, as you say, for a couple of years I've been an independent advisor to the government in the development of their climate change activities, and here we are now, and I'm absolutely delighted that the Isle of Man now has really strong legislation on the back of which there's the first 5-year formal climate change plan, and it's all laid out there exactly what needs to be done over the next 5 years and beyond to meet what are some pretty ambitious climate change targets. And I'll be stepping down now because it's into delivery. It's all about delivery from now on, and that's a very different role. So I'll be very happy to leave knowing that there's a great platform ready for the Isle of Man to deliver on.
The thing is, I've been around a little long on this whole subject, and 10 years ago it was all meant to be done in 5 years then, and where are we? Nowhere. I mean, the Isle of Man is way, way behind. This is not a good starting point, is it? Or is it?
It's actually not a bad starting point. Let's look at the positive, because now a lot of the climate change technologies, renewable energy is the obvious one, are very much cheaper and very much easier and quicker to install, and therefore very profit making. So there's the opportunity now to move very fast, which may not have been there a decade ago. So I always tend to look at the positive, be optimistic, and I think there is an enormous opportunity for the island now to speed ahead.
Well, obviously the prices are going up through the roof, so everything looks much more palatable, doesn't it? Well, the alternatives have suddenly become very more potentially cost effective, if nothing else. And the bottom line is, it hasn't happened because we've had cheap gas and those sort of things for too long, haven't we?
That's absolutely true, but it is a bigger picture than that, because I think that's what this conference today will very largely about. It's about the connectivity between taking profound climate change action and addressing the nature crisis as well as the climate crisis, addressing sustainability issues, and that is a really powerful movement all across the world, and there's now enormous amounts of private sector funding and investment available for economies and businesses and countries that are willing to take that opportunity and grasp it, and private sector funding and investment will be available.
And it's going to be great having renewables, but you've got us this size, and you've got China and all those coal-burning countries. I mean, are we going to make any difference? Or is that not the important part of this? Is it just to make our own electricity and green?
Well, there's the important part about resilience and a long-term future for the economy of the island. I mean, that is pretty fundamentally important. But there's the example it sets. I mean, so many countries in the world could deploy that same argument, oh, we're so small. But that is not the point. The point is every ton of carbon saved helps the planet survive longer and provide the essential services that we need for our lifestyle and our living. And I'm a great believer in setting a good example, and the Isle of Man is in a place to do that now.
Finally, you're stepping down, but you're going to keep involvement in the Isle of Man a bit? With Ralph Peake and his organisation and all that sort of thing?
I would love to. I'm here in a private capacity on this occasion, supporting this excellent conference, and I would like to keep in touch, obviously, just to see how things develop on the Isle of Man, and it's a country I've grown to love.
So, in 10 years, or maybe even 5, let's say 5 years, we'll have another chat, right, and see where we are. But
I'll look forward to that, and I know it'll be a very positive conversation.